What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Nintendo Land, and today we are going back to Mario Maker 2 and looking at the Legend of Zelda update as inspiration for our new idea in this video. What if Nintendo were to add more characters into the game? Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to give me the problem, oh, it's called Mario Maker, not Nintendo Maker. Now, this video is just to have fun and explore the possible options, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that Nintendo could be experimenting with more characters. After all, they did put Link in with almost a full moveset, so why not experiment with some other characters as well? Well, today we are picking out 10 characters that we think could be really cool to play as in Mario Maker 2. Now, before we get started, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to stay up to date on all things Nintendo, and like the video if you enjoy. This really helps the video to get out there to other viewers, so I thank you guys a lot. Without further ado, let's get into the list. What's the point of Mario Maker if you can't play as the evil Koopa King himself, Bowser? Now, his moveset wouldn't be super dynamic, but it would be enough to change things up a little bit. For one, he could breathe fire, whether it be a giant burst of flames or just singular little fireballs that he spits out just like in the themes themselves, or he could actually use a claw swipe to kind of break blocks in front of him, or a ground pound like he does in Mario Bros. 3. And just like Link with his shield, Bowser could also have a shield with his shell. He could use it as a protection from above, such as dropping thwomps on him or any type of rolling spike balls, similar to the way they do in Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story as Bowser's main line of defense. Now, since we have Bowser, why not have Bowser Jr.? Now, lots of these come from the sprites from the original Mario Maker, and in that game, it actually showed the clown car that Bowser Jr. was in turn into a car when he ran, which was really cool, just like in Mario Kart and like in Smash Brothers, so that could be a potential moveset itself. He also has his boxing fists that come out and start swinging at everybody, and his bullet bills that he can shoot out from whatever direction. And even underwater, he has torpedoes, like seen in the new Super Mario Bros. U game. So he also can throw out Mecha Koopas because the clown car can hold pretty much anything, so just drop anything out of the thing. And you know, any type of tools would be really fun, and I'm sure he has a ground pound similar to how you defeat Bowser in New Super Mario Bros. U. Wario's moveset here comes straight from the Wario Land games themselves, with a couple of additions from some WarioWare Inc. stuff. But first off, he has his iconic shoulder bash, which would work perfectly in Mario Maker. You can have a vertical wall of blocks, and the only way through is to burst through them, which could be really cool just to have his dash attack, where you have to dash and jump and do some pretty cool platforming. But then you have his ground pound and his Wario waft, which is just his fart. Maybe it can clear out a screen or, you know, destroy some blocks that pretty much nothing else can destroy. Maybe those big ground blocks, he could just fart them off the screen. You got his motorcycle for maybe a new way to have a vehicle in the original Mario Brothers theme, since we have the car in 3D World. But last but not least, you could have his bite from Smash Brothers. Maybe he just tries to bite you, and I don't know, he can bite enemies. Why not have DK in the game? I mean, after all, it kind of is him that started the whole Mario franchise, so why not give him a try here? He could have a super punch that could break through hard blocks, a ground slam where he could just start slamming the ground beneath him and breaking blocks that go down vertically, and that could help you fall down a level or something, I don't know. But then you could have him throw things like barrels or bananas. This could be his projectiles, and he could also do a little dash and run move where he can do his barrel roll like he does in all his signature games. So next up we have Kirby, the difficult one. Now this one's kind of unrealistic, but why not? Okay, so for one, he could float or use a warp star, and this could work really well for sky-based levels because there's not much ways to do that right now. You have the clown car and obviously the Lakitu cloud to fly around the sky, but that's about it. So why not have Kirby, you know, float around everywhere? But then the obvious one here is his copy ability. So would they even consider giving him a copy ability to copy like Goombas or Koopa Troopas and turn into a shell or a slow-walking Goomba or something? I don't know. That sounds like it's super extreme and more along the lines of the Super Mario Odyssey theme that I wanted in this game. So that would be kind of hard to replicate, but imagine if you can turn into different enemies and kind of play as them. That would change up everything.
Pit
is another weird one that I don't know if Nintendo would go with. They seem to kind of not even recognize Kid Icarus that much anymore, since there's only been like 3 games entirely in the series, with the last being Uprising for the 3DS. So why not start off by giving him another shot in Mario Maker 2? He could have his flight ability, which could also add to the in-flight combat that Mario Maker lacks. He could use his bow and his arrows similar to Link, but the thing with Pit's light arrows is that they go on forever in a continuous stream, and you can pretty much control the arrows. So that would be really cool if you can control where the arrow goes, similar to how you can in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Samus is probably the best choice for me because I think her moveset would transfer perfectly into Mario Maker 2 and also has that classical feel the same way Link did. And lots of her moves would be pretty basic and similar to how they've always been. She has her blaster and her rockets where she can shoot things and pretty much turn Mario Maker into a shooter. But besides that, she has her morph ball where she can, get into smaller, tight to reach spots, and she can also drop her bombs from her morph ball, which would be pretty cool. She's got her grapple beam where she can probably swing from platform to platform, which is also a super cool idea for Mario Maker. But then she has her super sprint and her super jump where she runs for a while, she charges up her suit, which allows her to dash super far or jump super high.
Olimar.
Now we come across another weird one. We have Olimar in the Pikmin. So pretty much his only moveset really would be Pikmin usage. So maybe he can throw out different Pikmin for different things, and maybe you can switch between them by holding down, I don't know, something like that. Maybe holding squat and tapping A multiple times to switch what color Pikmin you need, yellow for throwing it higher, blue for the water, red for anything that has to do with fire, and so on. But then Nintendo would have to add elements to the Pikmin themselves, meaning they would all have to have hit detection, which is kind of annoying when you get down to the point of it, and I don't know if Nintendo's going to go all the way that far into making something like that. So we're just going to have to wait and see, but I don't think Olimar is that likely, but it'd be cool to throw around Pikmin for different options. He could even use his little pink Pikmin to help him fly up, and the rock Pikmin to break harder blocks, but we'll just have to see what happens. Alright, you ready for another weird one? Okay, so we have the Inklings from Splatoon. They have a big emphasis on the squid form and obviously swimming through the ink. So they could have their weapons as movesets, such as their blasters, rollers, or even a sniper rifle, but then you could throw splat bombs, and the main thing, paint objects and swim up them. That'd be really cool since, Cat Mario can pretty much already climb things. That would help the Inklings be able to climb things in the original Mario Brothers theme. Is this likely? Probably not. I don't see them actually adding mechanics so where you can paint the stage itself and all the other objects on the stage. But, why not? I can wish. The Inklings made it into Mario Kart after all before most of the other first-party characters, so I can dream.
Good luck.
And last but not least, we have Star Fox. Now, this is the one that kind of made me really want this the most. I would really crave for Star Fox and an R-Wing, because like I said before, I really think there needs to be options to have kind of air-based combat in Mario Maker. I know it's not the Mario thing to do, but it'd be a lot of fun to make kind of like an arcade 2D shoot-'em-up. And this is exactly where Star Fox steps in. You can maybe have Fox himself on the ground. He could have his quick dash, his reflector, or even his blaster while moving around the ground, or maybe he can call in for his R-Wing, or the R-Wing could be a separate thing in and of itself that you can pretty much add to Mario. This would be in constant flight. You can move it anywhere along the stage that you want, and this would be good for setting up that classic shoot-'em-up level. This could be made for side-scroll shooters or even vertical moving upward, but you can pretty much drop power bombs or blast things as you fly throughout the sky. And if they wanted to, they could take a note out of the book from Star Fox Zero and add the Walker, which would be a cool transformation from the R-Wing. Now, with all of these being great additions, I still believe that Samus has the best opportunity just because Metroid is it's just that classic feel and a character that would transfer really well into Mario Maker 2. I would really hope for Star Fox, but with those two, I think those are my greatest picks. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe if you are new, and if there's any characters that you want to see put into Mario Maker 2, let me know in the comments down below. I know there wasn't much Pokemon here because that is for a reason. If you guys enjoy the video, I will make a part 2 with more characters that would work in Mario Maker 2. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya, guys.